We are here today to talk about Siena's history, and so we have firstly to distinguish about some legends on the foundation of the town and like real history. So we have actually two legends. The first refers to the mythical figure of Senio and his brother Aschio. These two brothers would be Remus' children. As you know, Remus is like one of the protagonists of another older legend, the legend of Rome's foundation. According to this first legend, Romulus killed Remus and founded Rome. Siena's legend is a sort of sequel of this first legend, and Senio and Aschio, Remus' children, because they were afraid of Romulus, escaped from Rome and went to Siena, so the not yet existent Siena. So they settled down here, and this would be the reason why the oldest part of the current Siena is still today called Castel Senio, that is Senio's castle. Part of this story is also a fire, that is the two brothers, in order to ask the gods if this was the right place to settle down, they lighted the fire, and from this fire two smokes came out, a black smoke and a white smoke, and these two colors are still today the colors of Siena's flag, the so-called Balsana. This legend is like ideologically positive in the sense that a direct line is established between Rome and Siena. The idea is that what Rome represented in ancient times, that is the greatest empire ever existed in Western civilization, is what Siena represents in the Middle Age. So Siena is the new Rome, and so the greatest town in those times. Of course, this positive legend was created in Siena, and its function was to legitimate the medieval town. There is a second legend, according to which Siena was founded by the Gauls, the barbaric population that lived in current France. So while they were moving to Rome to attack the town, they left here the oldest people because they were not strong enough to travel and to fight. And according to this legend, so Siena's origin is negative for two reasons. The first is that Siena was founded by a barbaric population, and not only by barbaric population, but by the oldest people in this population. This negative legend was created in Florence, and it was nothing but the ideological continuation of the real fight that was taking place between Siena and Florence. As for history, we have actually not many evidences about the past, but very probable the town was founded by the Etruscans, even if in those days the main town in East Tuscany was Chiusi. That was much closer to the main road from north to south, and the Val di Chiana. Siena was in a marginal position, and so we speculate that the name would derive from the family name of a noble family from Chiusi, Saina, that later in Latin was transformed into Saina, and then in Catholic Latin Sena, and then in Vulgar Italian Siena. We also know that Siena existed in Roman times because the town is mentioned by two famous Roman historians. But since it is just mentioned, we argue that the town was not very important. Um, Things started to change in the Middle Age. Why? Because this main road between north and south did not pass anymore where it passed before, because the former road became a gigantic swamp, and so they have to move up hills, and the new track was passed exactly through Siena. And so this Via Francigena, this is the name of this road, was the main reason for Siena wealth and prosperity, because everybody that moved to Rome, the capital of Christianity, and so everybody had to move to Rome sooner or later, passed through Siena. And this is why Siena became one of the most important towns in Western Europe, and in particular for its bank activity. So Siena's bankers were lent money to the Pope, to several kings, to the most prominent figures in Western Europe.